Figure out who you are and then do it on purpose. That, my friends, is the bottom line when it comes to your recovery of yourself. Once you recover from that narcissistic abuse you've been suffering for such a long time, and it's become normalized, the abuse. I recorded my mother's voice yelling at me with my voice notes recorder on my iPhone when I was there in Arizona in August of 2022 when I put all the pieces together. And so this video compilation that you're about to see are the process and the realization and discovery process. And just, okay, it's the expression. It's the expression of it. Yeah. We've been told, as children of narcissists, we've been told who we are. We've been cajoled. It's been a combat every day of our little lives when we were in the home of a wicked spirit who hated themselves so much they wanted to even punish other people for their existence. That would be a narcissist. So, again, figure out who you are and then, be that person. Figure out who you are and fully be that person. And in my AIM system, we assess. You assess where you are, and you actually take inventory, and you are able to move energy. You're able to integrate, and you'll be able to figure out who you are and then do it on purpose. You get to do who you are on purpose. Now, as a child of a narcissist who went on to marry 2 narcissists, and the last one was not married, I did not marry him because once you've been through marriage and divorce with narcissists, you know they will not fight fair. You know they will take you for a ride that's very unpleasant. You know it's going to be H-E-L-L on earth. So you'll never marry an effing narcissist again. And they're easy to identify because they can't keep up their act for more than 2 months. But by then, if you've already had sex with them, you're snowed. Because oxytocin is produced as a female when you've had sex with a man and you bond. You've already bonded with him, and then you are F-U-C-K-E-D over. You are effed over. I feel so good to be just like this cat. Happy as can be. Taking it easy. Okay, everyone. I'm going to put this video compilation behind this little intro. It's just going to be a patchwork. I'm not going to spend hours and hours on it. I just want to get it uploaded onto YouTube and off my phone. Because, yes, I've already exceeded my 120 gigabytes on the new iPhone after I outgrew my 60. Oh, yeah. And the best thing for me to do, with my creativity is to keep deleting, because that's what I'm doing in my life. Expressing, deleting. What do you think express means? Express. All right, enjoy my expression. It's coming up. And be like this cat, happy as can be. Nice place to be, a nice bath to be had. Life is good. Let's see how that is. I'm thinking. Da-da-da-da. 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 Da-da-da. Actually, the mug I have is like, I get to be me now. But anyway, let's go back to it. The heightened spiritual experience that I had, there was like the poof. I've always been, I always will be. I'm connected to God. I'm not God. I'm God's spark. And that I was there at the beginning, and I will continue to be. This lifetime is but a snap of the finger. And that love, bliss, and joy, and that feeling of it, of that ease and content, and that enjoyment that everything is okay, all right now. That is the only truth I need to know. We always gave each other loose rules. Like for Scrabble, for instance, you were allowed to use the dictionary because we decided rather than penalizing you for not... And it was awful. But trauma bonds, and I kept going back because it is a drug. And they say that the child of a narcissistic mother, maybe in your case it was your guy and it was your dad, but from my experience, I read up on this and discovered it to be amazing once I found it to be actually be really quite true in regards to myself, if I do say so myself, in humbleness, that once you get over the narcissistic abuse, you get away. In other words, you say no. You find the source, you find the cause. No, was for me, knowing that the trauma bond was my mother. And then remembering that my father used to whip my ass upon her request when we did something wrong, like break something because we were kids and we're in New Hampshire and we were in the winter time. We could go outside, and sometimes you couldn't always be outside. You didn't spend your life outside. And you didn't roughhouse only outside. You're a kid. You roughhoused everywhere you went, right? So we got punished for breaking something. And you kids were always, being blamed for breaking things. And I remember being sort of offended. It's like, but we're children. We're growing. We're learning how to operate our bodies. What do you mean, you kids? So my father didn't have the ability to separate the individuals from the kid group. I wish he did. Woo! Yeah! I've got more tricks up my sleeve. Mwah! Boop. Okay, I'm going to be going to a country club thing. I got my dress on, my necklace. Wish me luck. I'm a little bit nervous and excited at the same time. All right, I'm heading up that way soon. I saw this and I smelled it, and I had to open up this was in the dead of summer. I had to open up my front and back, that's all I have in my condo, and turn on the air conditioning and get everything cranking up because that's how stinky it was. And I lost my taste for X. Well, guess what online dating did for me? I lost my taste for men, you guessed it. Cheers to that, motherfuckers. Sex is what you do after you've been met in all the other places that are a requirement for me to have a satisfying relationship. I have to understand the man and he has to understand me. We have to get each other in the heart level, mind level, and the spiritual connection, and then the sex comes easy. But these guys wanted to go straight for the finish line. They wanted to go straight for the sex. And I go, oh, okay, my consciousness level is higher. So I'm in a new chapter. I used to do things in order to meet people, like I told you, like I'd go out or something. And then I switched that, and now I'm doing things just to have fun, to enjoy. Yay! Whee! Oops. Okay. There we are.
That you could actually create a process called learned helplessness.
Yes. Yeah, Tucker Carlson does that.
Yeah, with the animal experiment.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so they can literally, so I think at a very fundamental level, they understand this process of codependency.
Yeah.
They understand they've read all of
it's pimping. They're work. Pimps. They're doing it, they're like street pimps.
Right, but I think they understand that every human being is in some journey of becoming self-actualized.
Yes.
In that journey, right? So they know that one of the biggest parts of that journey is where a person connects with themselves and really understands that they are being in, a spirit. And this is very deep stuff, right? The hero's journey. So they recognize that before they fulfill that hero's journey, typically people are in this codependent, addictive state, right? And when they break, right? So, and they profit off that state of consciousness. So they want to keep people in that codependent, addictive stage. No different than how this husband beats the shit out of his wife and the wife keeps staying with him. No different than the alcoholic, because the person involved in that relationship says, well, that happened to him because of this. And then once in a while, he gives me a flower. He gave me one flower 6 months ago. He took me, he bought me. They give them enough data points that you feel some quote unquote love for them, victimhood, right? And someone just said, learn victimhood.
Yeah.
So that is what these people do. And I think they do that in mass scale. They know what they're doing and they do it very, very effectively. They take advantage of the hero's journey, not to let people become heroes, but to actually keep them in that slave stage, to give them false heroes outside of themselves. So I think this is absolutely engineered, because you look at...
Let's see how that is. I'm thin. Da-da-da-dum. 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 Da-da-da. Okay, who hasn't seen it? Adam's Family. To really be happy that I'm a human, I'm alive, I'm alive, I'm alive. I have time now because I'm not putting it into looking for a relationship. I'm not putting it into an established toxic relationship. And I'm not putting it into going out to make myself available for relationship. Looking for a relationship. I'm at this great pause, and I was saying, I have all this time and energy I need to have right now is the one not only with myself but with my Creator, so that I align my spine with a divine to feel fine. I align my will with divine will. And I think that must be the point of all of this, right? Way. We have to reprogram our subconscious minds. I had to find my way. So I'm sharing it with you because I've picked a little bit of this, a little bit of that from all over the place. This method. To you on your journeys. Real. Because that's another thing. But recognize that it's real. Because that's another thing that I realized is that when I was a child, I was not allowed to have emotions or complain. I was always shamed into any other emotion besides being like happy. There's more there.
Amount of time leads to disease. Explain why purging negative emotions like fear and trauma from our bodies is so important, and how anyone can master this technique right away and replace those feelings with courageousness, safety, feeling calm, and being determined to rise above the past. In traditional Chinese medicine, our kidneys and the adrenal glands right above them are affected by fear and trauma. These undesired emotions can get stuck there in our low back region. Fear and trauma causes our adrenal glands to secrete large amounts of stress hormone, function, short-term memory loss, of courage and safety, your willpower and determination, even your creativity and your wisdom. These are all positive virtues that also live in the kidneys that we can bring in, replacing the fear and the trauma. This is your essence. The kidneys hold your essence. We're going to be raising our wings one at a time. And I want you to, in a way, think of your wings as you one hand and look at it. Raise up one hand and look at it with an inhale. And then let it fall with an exhale, falling like snow. Same thing other side. On our hips, okay? So same thing, we'll inhale up and try. Looking at the hand or looking down and try. And if you just don't want to lean at all, for whatever reasons, if the back isn't able to, hands on the hips, and same thing. And breath 4, you release the sound. So 4 breaths, inhale up, and hold, exhale through the nose, leaning into that opposite knee. Inhale again. And try. Okay, and we want to just curl up when you come back up. Just sort of like curl your back up like so that it's nice and gentle. And safety, your willpower and determination, even your creativity and your wisdom. These are all positive virtues that also live in the kidneys that we can bring in, replacing the fear and the trauma. This is your essence. The kidneys hold your essence. So I want you to feel your essence. Feel the buzzing back there. That is your essence, and that is your power. And this is where it lives.
And I had to find my practice.
But once you do know it's time to face your fears, face your own insecurities, lose the guilt and walk away, you cannot help those unwilling to help themselves. You can, however, help you. Love yourself enough to remove toxic people from your life. Find those who raise you up and leave those people behind that just continue to drain you, continue to let you down, continue to hurt you, continue not to put your feelings anywhere. Those who believe that their feelings are more important than anybody else's and just cannot see what they do to other people and just do not care what they do to other people. Love yourself enough to remove toxic people from your life. Find those who raise you and leave those who drain you. Walk with those who want to grow with you, who want to better themselves, who want to give back and help others. There's nothing wrong with trying to help people and giving to others. You just need to do it with the right people. It's give and take, and in any relationship, no matter who they are in your life, parents, friends, siblings, partners, it's about 50-50 give and take. And now sometimes one of you can be in more need than the other, so then it can switch to 90-10, but at some point it goes back to 50-50, and then it might go to 10-90. It's about give and take. If someone just takes and takes and takes, you have every right to cut them out of your life. Want better for you. Take the baby steps to do better for you. Make the choices that are right for you. Walk with those who bring out the best in you, not the worst in you. Want better for you because you deserve better for you. And do what's right for you and who you are. Be true to yourself. It's not easy to start, and it is about taking those baby steps and building on it, and life does become easier. Now, as I say, not every negative person is a narcissist, and not every narcissist is extremely destructive and detrimental to other people. It is on a spectrum. So there is those that you may be able to manage yourself around and manage your time around and not let them impact you. But there is those extremely toxic, dangerous ones that you just need to go no contact with. You need to make that choice for you to create a better life for you. And not worry about other people's opinions of you. If you're cutting off an elderly parent because you just cannot take anymore, don't worry about other opinions. Other people's opinions do not define who you are. They have not lived in your life. They have not walked in your shoes. And they do not have the right to put you down for your life choices. As I say, there is no wrong way or right way to live your life with good intentions. There is only your way. Only you know the situations you've lived. Only you know how hurtful people have been to you. And only you know whether you need to cut them out completely. If you have any advice for other people, please do add it into the comments.
Right now is the one not only with myself but with my Creator, so that I align my spine with a divine to feel fine. I align my will with divine will, and I think that must be the point of all of this, right? So more later, everybody. Much love to you on your journeys. I align my will with divine will. And I think that must be the point of all of this, right? So more later, everybody. Much love to you on your journeys.